Okay, I'm not sure if y'all can hear me now. Mm, but y'all let me know if you can hear me. Because I don't know what happened. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Um, I'm just going to start. I'm just going to continue on what I was saying, but then y'all let me know if you can hear me. So, a few more seemingly opposite passions you can blend together are gaming and mindfulness. You can be someone who teaches emotional regulation through game mechanics. You could be someone who uses quests and levels as metaphors for healing. Or you could be someone who creates meditations inspired by world building. Having yoga as a passion and having a business mindset can be two seemingly different passions. But you can help entrepreneurs build companies from a regulated nervous system. That's a different way to put it together. Because in my mind, I would think you can use business. You can make a business out of yoga, but you could actually blend yoga and business strategies by helping entrepreneurs build companies from a regulated nervous system. You could teach CEOs how to breathe through decision making. Because I know sometimes it's really hard to make decisions when you're under pressure. And if you use yoga based practices, you could be a teacher on how to breathe, through making hard decisions. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. You can blend embodiment with productivity. Y'all let me know because I had to get off my last live because they said they couldn't hear me. So y'all let me know in the chat if you can hear me. Please and thank you. Okay? Until then, I'm going to keep going over the different complexities. Because I want y'all to know that it is okay to be a complex being. It's okay to be a multidimensional being. You don't have to niche down. You don't have to find one niche. I don't know what you said and I can't read that. But let me know in the chat if y'all can hear me. Just put a 1 if you can hear me. Or anything if you can hear me. Okay? You don't have to niche down. You don't have to be... I'll watch it. Wow. Anyway, people are crazy in the comments. Okay. You don't have to niche down. Just because society is telling you have to pick a niche, you don't have to listen to them. Okay? You can do whatever you want. If you have multiple passions, you can use all of that to your advantage. Okay? You can totally have two different, seemingly different passions and build a whole business out of it. You could like art and you could be passionate about data analytics. That word is so hard to say sometimes. You could be passionate about data analytics and art, turning emotional patterns into visual maps, designing dashboards that feel intuitive and creative. It's all about how you bridge the gap between your two passions. And that's how you'll be able to master your identity. That's how you'll be able to align with your purpose. When you start looking inside of you, figuring out what your passions are, and bridging the gap between the two, combining them, that's when you start building a brand. Okay? Blending science and spirituality. explaining intuition through neuroscience, blending energy work with the nervous system education. Blending energy work with nervous system education is like those people who are energy healers, and they work on the parts of the body that hold trauma, and they use certain techniques to pull that trauma out, but they're using energy. Public speaking and shadow work. It's kind of something I do. I talk to y'all about how you can go within and heal through all your limiting beliefs. That's what my second workbook is all about. The essence of being. Healing those inner child wounds, healing those those inner teen and young adult wounds, so that you can start living in a healed and sovereign identity. If you've been on my channel, you know that we are in a Sovereign 6 challenge. Within the next 6 months, we will have done an entire identity transplant by taking micro shifts or micro actions every month until June. That's why we call it the Sovereign 6. For the next 6 months, we will be taking micro actions that align us with our future selves. If you want to join in the challenge, go to my Discord and meet us in the sanctuary so that we can all see how we're doing, so that we can communicate and exchange experiences. Okay? You can blend passions such as cooking and emotional healing by using food as a ritual for grounding. You could use you could teach nourishment as a form of self-worth. Like the vegans. The vegans love to tell us how eating certain foods can make us healthier, make us stronger, can make us closer to the divine. Okay, could align us and could align us with feeling more worthy. So if you want to mix cooking and emotional healing together, that's one way to do it. Fitness and creativity, using movement to unlock creative flow. Teaching embodiment as a tool for idea generation. Blending workouts with journal prompts. There is always a way for you to blend two of your passions together, for you to bridge it into what your purpose is. And if you need help finding your purpose, I highly, highly, highly suggest or recommend you digging into your birth chart, your astrological natal chart. Your placements will tell you exactly what you're supposed to do in this world and how you're supposed to go about it. Your midheaven and your north node will be the main two to tell you how you can align with your passion. Align with your purpose. Let me know if y'all want me to go live and talk about that more, because I could go into astrology really deeply. That's one of my passions. That's literally why my YouTube is all about personal growth, self-love, healing, astrology, and spirituality. Okay? Hi, Sherkan. Say you wanted to blend together DJing and meditation. You could create sound journeys for emotional release. You could blend beats together with breath work. Or you could use rhythm to regulate the nervous system. There are so many ways you can blend two seemingly different passions together to make them work. What are some passions that you have? What are two different passions that you have that you think are totally opposite from each other and could not work together? Do you have any passions that are seemingly different that you think can't be bridged? Are you someone who thinks that you have to have one niche in order for everything to work out on social media? In order for you to be successful, you think you have to niche down? Because I think all you have to do is be authentic. Just know who you are, understand who you are, love who you are, feel worthy of all of the opportunities that can come your way from being just who you are. Stop fighting your complexity. Your greatest strength is not found in a single niche, but in a unique system created by connecting all of your passions. If you're not somebody who can just pinpoint one niche and go off of that and be fine with that, then you're probably like me. You're probably someone who has multiple niches, multiple interests, and you just need to bridge them together for you to understand who you are, to align with your purpose in this world. Putting my YouTube channel together with all of my different niches and all of my different passions led me to understand what it is I'm really supposed to do in this world. Now, say you like gardening, but you like being a leader. Teaching growth cycles as leadership metaphors. Helping leaders cultivate patience and presence. Or using nature to explain team dynamics. These are ways you can mix two different passions together. Now, let's see how you can mix some passions together. For, say you want to make a career out of all of your passions. Let's see how we do that. Blame Pink, hi. You could use, say you love meditation, but you also love comedy. A mindfulness coach who teaches presence through humor. You could be a mindfulness coach who teaches presence through humor. You could be a meditation teacher who uses jokes to break tension and make healing accessible. Or you could be a content creator who blends breathwork with lighthearted storytelling. These are ways you can blend together two seemingly different passions to weave your purpose web. I'm going to go over a few more. I'm only going to be on for another maybe 15 minutes. Let me know if y'all have any questions. And what are some passions that you have that you just think are way far off from each other that you can't blend them? Or what is one passion you have? Another way to blend seemingly opposite passions is to blend chemistry with skincare rituals. A chemist who creates spiritual skincare products. Like, I feel like, what's that? Gua sha? I think it's called a gua sha. But they have rose quartz gua sha. So when people use the rose quartz gua sha, it's like an act of self-love. Because they're using a tool that's skincare, but they're using a rose quartz tool, which is also inviting energies of self-love and self-healing. You could be a beauty educator who explains ingredients through ritual, or you could be a formulator who blends science with self-love practices. Hi. Okay. Adventure sports and trauma healing. Two different passions. You could be a guide who helps women reclaim or help people reclaim confidence through rock climbing. That's extremely interesting. Or you could be a coach who uses outdoor challenges to rebuild trust in the body. Or you could be a retreat leader who blends somatic healing and adventure. That's more my vibe right there. Hi. Hi, Adele. Adela. Hi, Wyatt. Welcome to the live. Today we're going over step 5 of my Healing the Mind workbook. If y'all want to get the workbook, we have already gone over steps 1 through 4. It's only 5 steps for this workbook specifically. If you want the workbook and you want the full guide for how I stopped self-sabotage, self-hate, self-neglect, then you can find the workbook in my bio. Or if you just want to join the conversation on Discord and start healing and growing together, you can also find that in my bio. Let's see. Another one that is seemingly opposite would be accounting and life coaching. You could be a coach who helps people heal money trauma through practical budgeting. You could be a financial mentor who blends emotional clarity with spreadsheets. Or you could be a consultant who teaches self-worth through money management. Your relationship with money is extremely important. If you have a lack mindset, or if you have a mindset of, I'm always broke, you don't have a good relationship with money. And money doesn't like that. Money wants you to understand. Money is an energy that loves when you know how to work with it. And you have to feel worthy of having this abundance. Because the universe hears you every time you open your mouth to say anything negative or positive. The universe hears you. Okay? So you could be a consultant who teaches self-worth through money management. Let's see what else. Wine tasting and relationship coaching. This is interesting. A coach who hosts sip and self-awareness sessions. I'm not sure how that would work. Would I be more self-aware if I'm drunk? I don't think so. But it's a possibility. Someone could totally be a coach who hosts sip and self-awareness sessions. Or you could be a retreat leader who uses tasting rituals to teach presence. Now that sounds interesting. Almost like an ayahuasca retreat, which I would like to do one day. Let's see what else we have. A baking, you can mix your passion for baking and your passion for mindset coaching by being a coach who teaches patience and self-worth through baking rituals. That'll definitely teach you some patience and self-worth for sure, because you have to have so much confidence in yourself that you're not going to burn this cake. You have to have so much confidence in yourself that your cake and your bun cake is going to come out perfect. So that brings self-worth. On top of that, you have to be patient. You have to be extremely patient with how you put your ingredients, excuse me, how long you bake it. Yeah, that's a great idea. But you would be a coach who teaches patience and self-worth through baking rituals. That's beautiful. You could be a creator who blends recipes with emotional healing prompts. Or you could be a workshop host who uses baking as a metaphor for transformation. How can I use baking as a metaphor for transformation? Just as, well, I'm not a baker, so I'm not even going to try. But because I started thinking about a pizza. Because I was going to say, just as a piece, like a slab of dough, I'm sure that's not how they call it, but like a slab of dough rises. That's exactly what you're doing. You're going through the fire. Hopefully not too much, but you're going through the fire so you can rise above, just like a phoenix from the ashes. But you're transforming. You're going from dough to crust. I hope that made sense. But all of these are just examples of what it looks like to blend all of your complex passions together. All of these are just examples of what it looks like when you start going within and you start understanding what you like. What is it that you like? What is it that you can bridge together to align you with your purpose? Bridging the gap between your passions to align you with your purpose. That is the whole point of step 5. Passion A, passion B, what is the bridge? How can you put them together? And list all of your passions. Take a few of them that you list and blend them together and see what you get. Okay? You don't have to look like the next person. You don't have to niche down. You don't have to do what they're doing. You don't have to have one niche. You just have to be authentically you. Just be authentically you. Do what makes you happy. Blend together all the passions you have that make you happy. And if you're into astrology, use your birth chart to figure out how to do these things. What are my passions? What is my purpose? What parts of my chart can I look at to find my purpose? If you're into life path numbers or human design, all of this can help you understand your purpose, and all of this can help you ask the right questions. That's how you weave your purpose web. Ask the right questions, be authentic, take leadership of your own life, be a sovereign being of your own life. Create the life you desire by blending together your passions. That sounds fun to me. And you want to do things you enjoy. You want to enjoy life. Okay? So that's step 5. That is the last step of my Healing the Mind workbook. If you want the full guide, it's in my bio. If you want to join the Discord, it's also in my bio. You can meet me in the sanctuary, and we can go more deeper into all of this. But I'm still trying to figure out if I'm going to work on my next workbook, if I'm going to go live talking about my Essence of Being workbook, or if I'm just going to redo the Healing the Mind. But anyway, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel and go check out my videos. And check out the links if you want to. Other than that, I will see y'all later. And I hope y'all all have a great night. Bye.